It's incredible. I mean, so this is a lavish collection. This is where everywhere goes all out with that gorgeous embroidery. We have an eyelet detail here. And look at that here. It's incredible. And when you see this on, the flow that you get, that high and low, when you walk in, you just look like a princess.
And the fact that it feels like your favorite t-shirt,
Yes.
that this is something you can slip on and feel confident in, but also feel super comfortable. Here's a price of $39.99 for one and done dressing. If you can pick it up.
That's impossible light. That also has nothing to do with the placement of engineer light on the inside of an apartment where the government is engaging in what is federal group stalking monitoring. It's a government program of targeting. So that which is not sunlight and it defies nature. This is where an apartment complex is engaging in surveillance, and they do it very plainly in your face, in the midst of video documentation when you're supposed to be ignorant about the environment that they're in. This is not sunlight. This is engineer light, and this is for purposes of keeping you under surveillance inside of an apartment. This is light while I walk into it, okay? Because that's what I'm doing is I'm moving back and forth where you can see, hold on. This is light that's being projected as I move back and forth into it. That has nothing to do with sunlight. Okay, the demon, the gang stalker, the defendant inside of the bedroom right here is Tracy Banks, license 982Z740. She's gang stalking by the irreconcilable light activity, and there's a body of evidence. That which is piercing through her peephole, that which is appearing on her ceiling and on her living room wall, regardless of the placement of the fake sun, which is always over me at this apartment complex. But I mean, even on a cloudy day, gray-colored engineer light frames the front door in the same manner. The engineer light that you've seen ricocheting across her cabinets, the engineer light that you've seen piercing through onto the kitchen wall, the engineer light that you see moving all across this hallway closet door. I'm referencing all of that which I've captured in video and on images. This is another iteration of the same pattern of conduct. When you are seeing the fake sun that's captured on video today at 10 o'clock in the morning, this is the same window when after 4 p.m. through closed blinds, underneath what are window coverings, engineer light covers the couch and covers the wall, and I'm able to get that fake sun in perfect alignment with me after 5 p.m. It's over the same window, living room window, at what is in the morning. This is understanding what is the significance of stalking with light. You're stalking with light while you're walking to the dumpster taking the trash out. You're stalking with light while you're getting out of a vehicle that's entering the parking lot. You're stalking with light when you're flying over the sky space where that fake sun is planted and engineer light covers the property. You're stalking with light when you're walking on the sidewalk where that idle source remains all day long. And that engineer light is the evidence of what's covering everything out here. These are the demon possessed that are targeting in California, and it's happening inside of an apartment complex. This is the prosecution of AVANATH Capital Management as well. You will civilly and criminally for targeting those that are occupants of inside of an apartment building, inside of your own castle. And this is constructive presence of the state. The state is also present because the people of the state are inside of that unit, and it is not based on some lease contract. The government maintains no right whatsoever to profit from gang stalking, to participate in gang stalking, provide any means of criminal facilitation of gang stalking, and this impossible light activity is direct evidence of it. And that is also speaking to what the City of Ontario gang stalking by the Ontario International Airport. They're monitoring. They're monitoring. All right, and you know that while they're walking right in front of your face on the sidewalk, that's called impunity. Those same sex offenders, very, very short-sighted, not intelligent, and that's also a threat because the unintelligent and obsessive and psychopathic murderers, sex offenders, pedophiles, rapists, sex traffickers, kidnappers, they are the ones that are gang stalked in California by license by the state, okay? It's licensed, criminal conduct is attributed, and any ignoramus is targeting you. All they have to do is be in the specific environment around you. That's a threat to your life. And inside of Tracy Banks' apartment, RGS is being prosecuted for. Okay, they're gang stalking by conspicuous stalking with the same demons that act with impunity. RGS is being prosecuted because that's the same impunity that they share when they think they're going to dig in the dirt and avoid a federal prosecution for engaging in the exact same elements of monitoring. Okay, the entity in doing so when you're looking at engineer light coming through the peephole, engineer light framing the front door, engineer light that's underneath a covered structure, defying science. And it stays in this manner all day long, and you're looking at engineer light that's shooting like a laser, creating the shadow of the tree. Engineer light, that's P.O.C, has nothing to do with sunlight. The fake sun that is outside of the building on the top of the apartment that I'm looking at over here, units 33 through 48. Okay, where the mental health patients are maintaining surveillance inside of an apartment on behalf of the state that you just saw having a field day flying over the top of my head in the previous video, those are the demon possessed. Those are the mental health patients that are going to be removed from public office. Okay, millions of dollars spent on federal group stalking and monitoring in the state of California and in the city of Ontario. And the unemployed are gang stalking. This is funding domestic terrorism in the city of Ontario. That's what Woodside's doing. But a whole bunch of unemployed elderly people are gang stalking. with the government. And the evidence of it is that engineer light inside of this apartment as well. It's currently 11:09 a.m. and you're going to remember what they just presented to you. The identification of the gang stalker walking right by on the sidewalk, walking right by in the parking lot, driving right by with license plates, residing in all of their units, living at the unit, walking to the trash can. They're not free to do any of that because it's the government who has no warrant or probable cause. When you're understanding how the system of surveillance operates, and it's operating in an environment that defies nature. The character of this light is very peculiar and it's specific, and it engages in things such as manifesting out of nowhere on the ceiling, manifesting out of nowhere, creating light manifestations when you're looking at the sun that's outside of the building. So how do you have light that's ricocheting through? Is it supposedly reflecting off of some of these plastic ornaments? No. It's the demonic, and these are demons, they're gang stalking, and all these demons that provide evidence against themselves, they're going to prison and mental asylums. These are the mental health patients that the government relies on under deliberately crafted legislation to falsely depict the character of targeted individuals in the state of California. And it is nauseating. And because of the impunity that I'm simultaneously capturing, while they have already been framed for the crimes that they are actually committing, they're going to prison and they're not getting out. They're going to mental asylums where they belong. Mental health patients belong in mental asylums, not targeted individuals who are being targeted by psychopaths. That's not just name calling. It's the material, the substance of the P.O.C, proving the malice of the state. Not only are they engaging in plain sight, now you know who the demon-possessed are. You know exactly who they are. You know what they behave like. They'll keep a straight face while targeting you. And those are the unintelligent defendants who are the people of the state. Everybody at Woodside is losing their apartment home. They cannot stay under federal law. They're stalking in violation of the Violence Against Women Act. They're also losing their employment. They're also going to be prosecuted. And those that in units 33 through 64, those like the demon in driving her white vehicle in parking space number 9, she's going to prison. The demons that are gang stalking with the Ontario police in the ways in which I continuously documented, it's already on record, they're all going to prison. Every single last one of them. It is currently, again, 11:11 a.m. The entity is going to keep this fake sun right here over me, which you already know because you've already seen the fake sun setting here at 5 p.m. in alignment to me under the same patio structure where sunlight does not engage in this gymnastic conduct, and it also doesn't when at the same time of year in Los Angeles the fake sun is remaining over me. There's not more than one sun, and the one sun is in constant movement, and it's also not going to be sitting on roofs of buildings at a lower elevation than trees in the sky that are coming from the ground and remaining idle over one building all day long, which is what I'm documenting when a bunch of unintelligent defendants who are going to prison and mental asylums are gang stalking in plain view. This is going to be presented in court. This is going to be presented in court. This is the ignoramus that is the state of California. It's currently 11:12 a.m. and this is P.O.C.